Alright, so I'm headed to Arizona for the archery deer hunt. Got the truck packed up and loaded and just got on the road about an hour ago. So super pumped, ready to get on a hill somewhere in Glass. My buddy Matt and his wife have been out there a little bit and have been seeing a good bit of deer, seeing a lot more people this year, but a lot of other units are closed, so I feel like that's probably the reason, but they're still seeing deer, so we can't complain about that. So I got a little bit more of a drive, and then I'll be there tonight and be able to hit it first thing in the morning. He's been there a while, so he's already got some spots he wants to hit, and just kind of a lay of the land where everybody else has been going, and should be good. Got some cooler weather coming, maybe a little rain one of the days, so we're stoked with that. And like I said, it should be good. It's gonna be fun either way, just to hang out and glass up some deer. Hopefully find us a good one and get some cool footage. Maybe if we're lucky, get a kill, maybe get a kill on film. So fingers crossed, and I'll keep you posted. Well, we got up here this morning, and it didn't seem like any of the people we saw last night were moving around, so that was a win for us. But we spotted a couple does early, and then Matt just spotted a giant, nice, heavy, looks like a 4x4. So he's headed in to get in position, and they're still moving and feeding. He kind of went down this cut, and I lost him, but he's just going to get in the area. That way, if we pick him back up, I can help him out, and maybe he can get a shot off. But it's a giant, and there's two other shooter bucks in there also. So, but it's hard because the sun's just right in our face right now. So I got eyes on a lot of the does with him. He's got quite a few does with him, but he's a stud, so that's awesome. I'll try to get some video. With that sun shining right in the binos, it's tough with the phone, so keep you posted. So new plan ended up being like 3 shooter bucks in that group, and the 2 big bucks I lost in a cut, and they're kind of below Matt, so we lost eyes. So I'm gonna move to this next little ridge right here, try and get eyes on, and if I can't, I might swing on around, and there's another buck I might can make a play on that Matt has eyes on now. So we got a couple options, but I gotta get moving. So I popped over this next little ridge, and I think the 2 bucks I lost in drainage, and the big 2x2, the old 2x2, he pushed all of them back out of the bottom, and I got the tight 3x3 bedded, and then we still haven't found the really big one. I don't know if he stayed over in these thick trees embedded, but I'm gonna try and keep glassing and get eyes on. And then Matt's pushing all the way around to just be in position for something, so we'll see. I'm sitting up on this little bump still. A lot of the deer bedded. I got a lot of them bedded, but there's not really a good play. I never picked back up the 4x4, the big one. So I think he's probably still bedded in the thick trees. Wind's kind of everywhere, so I'm just sitting tight, trying to keep eyes on, and he's pushing around to just be in position for later. I don't think there's much of a play right now, but we got a lot of deer. We got eyes on a lot of deer, so, and a couple good bucks. So fingers crossed that we can make a play on one here soon. Well, we got a game plan together. All the deer bedded on that hill, most of them fed up and over, And the last one on the hillside is a 4x3. So he's bedded in a good spot. Wind's pretty good. So Matt's making a play. If everything goes as planned, though, he should be able to get in pretty close. Buck's bedded, looking away, and then Matt should be able to come up from underneath. We got the buck bedded under this tree right here, and then I got Matt coming in on the right there. Matt's in, he thinks he's in 50 yards, so he's probably going to hang tight a little bit. From my view, it looks like he's definitely in range too, so fingers crossed. Just need everything to go right. Well, Matt got in pretty close, and then the wind just switched, and the deer stood up, and he could see the deer. And if the deer would have took 1 or 2 steps to the left or the right, he probably would have got a shot. But it walked just dead straight away, never blew out or anything. So unfortunately, that was it for that. So Matt backed out, and we're gonna hit a new spot this afternoon. I feel like we didn't booger up too many of those deer, so we're gonna just maybe hit it back in the morning since we kind of know where they were at, and hopefully we can pick them back up. But maybe we'll find some new ones this afternoon and get on them. So we'll see how that goes. We just spotted a couple deer this morning, and we had 2 does, and I ended up losing them looking around some other place, and Matt just picked them back up, and there was a nice 3x3 with them, just like a mainframe 3x3, really nice buck. So we lost him somewhere right up over there. He just went over the edge, so I'm gonna bomb over there and try and get eyes back on him. And once I get eyes on him, I'm gonna call Matt over, and we'll see what we can do. So he's a really nice buck, and there's only 3 of them. That'd be a really good scenario if I can get him bedded. So I'm gonna hurry over there and try and get set up. Well, I just got up here to the little bump, and when I picked them right back up there, and they just went right up and over. So I just got all my jackets off, and I'm gonna shoot up there, and hopefully, I don't know if you can tell, get up on that hill over there and maybe pick them back up. So, and Matt's on his way over here, so that's the plan. Hopefully we can pick him back up. He's pushing those does pretty hard, so we'll see. But he's a nice buck. I got some better view of him from here. Nice 3x3. Fingers crossed. Well, we popped back over this ridge and tried to locate the buck and the 2 does. And it's pretty nasty over here. There's so many cracks and stuff, so. Matt picked up, I think he spotted 15 to 20 does down in the bottom, but no bucks were with them. So we don't know if they went. There's so many places they could have went up and over a different way, and we didn't see them, or they could be bedded in one of these cracks. So we're gonna head back over to our first basin, and there was a lot of bucks in there yesterday, so we're gonna see if we can get eyes on any of them before it gets too late in the day. Maybe they're still on their feet. So that's the game plan.
Alright, so we just trekked it like an hour from original camp. We're gonna check a new spot. I don't know, what do you think, dude?
I think it's gonna be good. We've looked at a bunch of different areas that we just weren't fired up about, but this is the first place we pulled up to that we were kind of felt good about. So we got a couple hours till dark, but we got high hopes for this place, so we'll see. Well, this spot was a big X on the map. We found 2 does in about 10 miles of country. So we're about an hour from the camp and it's almost dark. On the map, it looks pretty decent. And we saw some tracks, we saw some sign, but they're just not showing up. So it's been warm, but we've been seeing deer right at last light. So we thought maybe it would be good, but I think we're gonna pack it up here and head back to the camp. We were gonna hunt the same area and try and relocate those bigger bucks, but there were some other guys hunting in there, so we kind of just wanted to give it a break and hit it in the morning again, and then potentially the afternoon tomorrow, depending on where the people are. So that's probably the game plan tomorrow. So we'll probably pack it up and head back, get some dinner. Well, we got up here this morning and we just spotted a few does and just picked up the buck with him. And we got him way over here on this patch of trees. So I'm gonna run down and around this and try to get eyes on him. But that's all we've seen this morning so far. It's been pretty slow. But it looked like a nice buck. We just caught just a little bitty glimpse of it. Looks like a nice buck. It kind of looks like the one from yesterday. And he's not really pushing, they're just kind of hanging. So they just fed right over the edge. And on the maps, it looks like we shouldn't have any trouble from that knob being able to see the whole hillside. So I'm gonna hustle over there and just at least try and get eyes on him. And Matt's gonna hang tight here since it's still early. Maybe some more deer pop out, but I should be over there in like 20 minutes. Well, I got over here. I was trying to get on that knob, but there's a construction site just kind of popped off over there, and they just started working. And the deer were kind of moving around that way, and they just held up and kind of started moving back towards us around the mountain. So I just held up here because I got eyes on them, and I mean I can literally see some of the guys working, and the deer, they look like they're 200 yards from them, so I can hear them talking. So, but I just got with Matt. He's not seeing anything else on the ridge, and he's headed to me. So we're gonna just hang here and figure out a game plan. Right now, there's not really a play. He's bedded, facing up the hill, and from the direction we would come from, and then the does were down and to the left of him. So there's not really an opportunity to come in on him. So, but it is the same buck from yesterday, so that's pretty cool. He's a nice buck. Just a straight up main frame, 3x3, no forks. Looks like a whitetail frame. So we're gonna just slow play him. I don't really think there's anything we can do right now. So let's see if I can. He's right over there, right on the other side of that cut. But I'm just gonna hang tight and wait for Matt, and then we'll figure something out. I ended up making a play. I kind of crept down from up top. There's a lot of trees, so I figured we discussed it, and that was really the only play, and had a good wind. I ended up just picking up the does, and I got to about 120 from them, and then I could never see the buck. It would have been really hard for me to come over that little ditch across from him, and then if I made it over that without him spotting me, it would have been like 50 yards maybe. So I was still standing still, and Matt told me he got up, and he was kind of looking around, just sniffing, licking, not alert. And then he ended up started walking up the hill, and whenever I saw him, he was dead across from me at like 80, but just wouldn't stop walking. And by the time I ranged and got my release on, I wasn't even sure I was going to take that shot, but by the time I did that, he kind of looked my way. I don't know if he saw me, but he definitely saw like where I was, and I wasn't moving. I was knelt down by a bush, and he kind of walked a little faster up, and he was 100 by the time he stopped again. So I actually was able to run up the hill though and get eyes back on him. So I'm watching him right now at like 200 yards. So maybe he won't blow out of this bowl here on the back, and maybe bed up. It's getting hot, so man, hopefully he doesn't go too far, and we'll keep eyes on him. But he's a nice buck for sure. But I'm gonna give Matt a call and see what the next plan is. Hopefully he beds. Well, I'm still in the same top where I last saw the buck I was chasing. I don't know. He was up over there when I last saw him. He went up and over, and then I was like, I'm just gonna hit the glass on some of this. And I picked up a pile of deer down on the bottom, and there was probably like 7 of them. So Matt bombed down his spot and then went back up to the knob where we started at this morning, and he got eyes on those, and it was mostly does and I think a spike or something. And then I picked up 2 more bucks way in the back, and so Matt was able to pick up those, and it's a really big 2x2, just like huge fork, and then like a smaller one and a couple of more does. So the deer is like, it's midday and they're moving right now. So, and I'm way away from Matt, but I keep spotting deer, so I hate to move. But if he gets any of those bed and he's interested, we might make a play. But he's up for a stalk, so depending on what he decides, he can get me in a different position to glass him and help him in. So pretty cool day though. I definitely didn't think we would see much, and this morning all we saw was the couple of deer that I ended up putting a stalk on, and we didn't see anything else. So pretty cool that we're seeing a lot more deer now midday. Well, we're headed back to the truck. I met up with Matt back on the point, and he bedded that forky, and he wasn't quite as big as we thought, but decent buck. And I probably would have tried to make a play, but the wind wasn't like how we wanted it, and he wasn't in the greatest spot. So we're gonna go grab some lunch and then come back this afternoon, because it seemed like a lot of deer were moving back into this area. So we're just gonna play it safe so we don't booger it up, and maybe we can find some of the bigger bucks tonight or tomorrow. So that's the plan for now. I'm gonna go grab a drink and some lunch. all night and had a little break this morning for about 45 minutes. So we figured we would give it a shot. But there's just more and more stuff popping up on the radar. So we're gonna head back to the truck and we didn't see anything moving. We checked some trees, checked some beds, and we're gonna go ride around and find some spots on the map that we can check while it's raining. We're all kitted up with our rain gear. Oh, man. Hopefully we can find some cool spots today. Maybe we'll get a break this afternoon. After we got back to camp, we got some lunch and eased around to a couple of new spots, and we just could not catch a break with the weather, so we hung out there for a few hours messing around, and we ended up picking up a couple antlers and this awesome deadhead, which was super cool. Well, we're back up here, headed to the knob. It rained all day yesterday, and we saw two small bucks and some does. Yeah, we hiked around a little bit and got up on some new knobs, and it just rained and rained and rained. And it said it was supposed to stop today. Pull up in the truck, and it's still raining. So it doesn't look like much on the radar, so we're gonna go get set up and see if we can pick up some of the big bucks. We haven't seen them in 3 days. But tomorrow, I think it's supposed to rain all day again, so we probably are gonna pack up and head back home. We were gonna have to leave the next morning anyways, so it's probably gonna cut us a day short, which is a bummer. But hopefully we'll get lucky today. Just got the tarp set up and got all the glass on the buck, so we spotted the herd we bumped this morning. We ended up picking them back up on the other side of the hill, and another buck joined them. And then as we were watching those, the big fork came in there with him, and man, he's huge. He looks real good. Super old deer. So we got embedded now with a couple of does, and as long as the wind stays good, Matt's got a good shot. The place, the stalk, the play, it all looks good. So as long, he just needs a little bit of luck, and let's see what we can do. Yeah, he's way over there. Real nice buck though. Got some good footage of him too. Well, Matt's fixing to take off, and he's getting ready over there. So hopefully this works out. This may be our last day, so I'll try to get one on the ground here soon. So Matt's gonna hit this ditch, run all the way around here, around the back of this one, and then pop back up right there. And the buck's bedded at the bottom of it right there. So that's the play. That's what we got going. That's about all that we can do. As long as our wind's good, he should be good.
So I'm down the hill about 250 from 20 deer that are very wary. I'm incredibly pinned down right now. I can't really do anything. Definitely in a very bad position, and we're gonna try and wait him out because we've got Duke down here, and I would love to get this deer. This is probably gonna be our last play of the trip, so we'll see.
Well, it's now 1 o'clock. We've had a big change of plans. Matt got over there, and the herd that we saw this morning, we thought went over the hill. They ended up just going just over the hill and bedding, and he bumped them, and they ran straight to where the big buck and 3 does were. So they all got up and just kind of milled around and walked, and I want to say they ended up spotting him somehow while he was just sitting down on the bottom. And so they started feeding up the hill, the big cliff or something, and spooked all of them up and over the hill. Let's see. Up and over this hill, and then all the way to right there. So all the deer have finally calmed back down, bedded, and I just talked to Matt, and I got him in the ditch down there, and we're just gonna wait him out. Can't see the buck, so we're gonna get in position and just kind of wait, see what happens. Wind's pretty good. They're all just kind of chilling. They've been running a lot this morning, so hopefully they will bed for a while. He can get into position, then they get up, and then we just gotta get lucky. That buck's gotta walk in a line of sight. So hopefully this works out. It looks good. It looks promising. The buck's kind of bedded on the outside of all the rest of the deer, so maybe it'll work. We'll keep eyes on all the deer. Keep them posted. Well, Matt just got an arrow in the big fork. He hung out just kind of in their area for probably like 2 hours, and we just stayed on the glass. And finally, they started to get up and move, and I was able to help him get in a little better position to where he could spot them. And once he spotted them, they fed around, and finally came by at I don't know what the range was yet, but finally eased by in range, and he was able to get a shot off. And I said it was a gut shot, so that's not great, but we got him bedded under a tree right now, so he's got eyes on him. So I'm gonna hustle down and grab his pack, and then meet up with him and see if there's some route to get on where we can get another shot in him. If not, we'll just watch him, but hopefully we can get another arrow in him. So that's the plan. Super pumped. Hopefully it works out. It's a little dark, you can't see me, but I just glassed up the buck, and Mac was able to get another shot in him. Said the shot looked great. He got the arrow, plenty of blood. The buck appeared to be, he was standing there, it looked like he was staggering, he was fixing to fall. So I think he's dead. I think we got a dead buck, but it's too dark, I can't see. So we're gonna meet back up at the truck and regroup. And I think since he got the second arrow in him, we're probably gonna go ahead and try and go find him. There's a lot of coyotes out here, and it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow, so I think that's the best bet. So keep you posted.
Okay. So, just got a second shot. And Duke. Only got about 12 inches of penetration. It's in a good spot. We're gonna go back and see if we can find this guy here in an hour or two. Fucking, oh my God, dude. Let's go put my hands on this thing, dude. I can't even talk right now.
Awesome, brother. Awesome.
Oh my God. No. Oh my God. I just found him. We got him. Oh my God, dude. Bro. Oh my God. Oh shit.
That's awesome, dude.
You want me to turn this light off?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Congrats, brother. Well, we're headed back to the truck on the full load. Got the buck. Tried to drive the truck up to the buck, and it's rained so much. We thought we got big time stuck in this stuff, and thought we were gonna have to leave the truck. We ended up being able to back it all the way back out somehow. So we had to hike back in, and then found the buck, and now we're headed back out. So go get some ice. We haven't ate anything all day today, so we're looking forward to that too. So, been a heck of a hunt. Saw lots of good deer and ended with a good reward. Let's see this. Just packing it up here in Arizona. It's a good, we had a good 7 days. They got just nasty weather coming, and it said it was supposed to start raining this morning, but as you can tell, it's really sunny, but the wind's blowing hard, and on the radar, it's coming in quick. So yeah, you can't even see the top of the mountains over there. So get a little breakfast and some coffee and hit the road. Matt just pulled out. So we filled one tag, and we'll hopefully be able to get a little time in December to see if I can fill this tag. So had an awesome hunt though. It was super fun. Saw some good deer. Can't wait for next trip.